Welcome to video number 4 in Offline Bullet Cache. In this video we're going to go through all of the plugins that you need on your sites. Now before we get to the plugins, this is the site that I've built, and as you can see I've uploaded a brand new header, and from what you saw last time in the last video, it's a massive difference. Just by having a header on your site makes a massive improvement straight away. And you'll also see that I've got the opening times in the header. This is something that I always include because I find that it makes a big difference, and it's something that your clients will actually want you to do as well, is by having the opening hours on the header and also the contact number in there somewhere as well. So when you create your headers for your clients, you can make them similar to this, and they aren't very difficult to create. I mean, if you're good at graphics and good at web design, then by all means you can do it yourself. Otherwise you can outsource your headers, and they're very cheap. They cost me between $5 and $10, so they're very cheap to do, and often designers can give you the header back within 24 hours. They can build it for you and get it back to you very quickly, so it doesn't take very long. So that's the header. The next thing we're going to go to is go over to the dashboard. We're going to go to the settings and reading. Right, I did briefly mention about this in the last video. Now you've got a choice here. You can either create a post or a page. So if we go to the main page here, I've already uploaded a basic post to the site. So if we go to posts and all posts here, then you'll see that I've got a basic post here that's got no content on it. I've just put the word Revolution Fitness Gym Great Yarmouth here, and then just clicked update or publish for the first time. And then when you go to reading, you will then have an option of how you want to view that particular page. Now the way I do things, I usually click your latest posts and change that to 1, because otherwise if you create any new posts, they're going to go above your home page. So you don't want that to happen. You just want to have a static home page which stays at the top. And if you do your latest posts and just do 1 post here, what I usually do, if you want to use posts, go in, and then if you do happen to create any newer posts, then just come into this post here and just change the date and then update it, and then that will go straight to the top. That's what I usually do. If we go back to settings and reading, so you've got a choice between using pages or posts. You can, if you want to use a static page, if you've got a page on your site, front page, then you can use one of your pages. Just make a page, select the page that you want to be at the top, and then just click save changes. But for me, I just leave it at your latest posts most of the time, change this to 1 and click save changes, and that is pretty much the easiest way that I've found for it to work. So those are the 2 things that I just wanted to quickly go through: your header and creating the first post. Now let's go to the plugins. Install plugins. The plugins that I always use on my sites, and this is specifically for offline clients. Okay, I use the contact form plugin, the Google Sitemaps. I use a share bar because that's important when you build a site for a client and they start to generate a bit of traffic, then their traffic can obviously share the content on social networks, so it's important to have a share bar. And I've got a rank tracker. If you remember, I did briefly mention about a rank tracker in one of the other videos. It is a paid plugin. I will give you the opportunity to purchase this plugin later in the course, but like I said, it's not something that you desperately need. okay, for anything to work. It's just a bonus plugin that I like to use so that I can gauge how much traffic is coming to the site, because I set it up, if you remember, and I put my email in there, so as soon as the site is found within Google, I'll get an email so I can gauge how well the site is doing in the search results. So they're the plugins that I use. Now let's go through how I actually create each of these plugins, because some of them you have to create pages and stuff. So on the contact form, you go to settings. What you need to do is just copy this. This is a shortcode, so you need to copy this and then go to a page and then create a page called Contact Us. Pretty simple. And then when you go in there, make sure that don't go on visual, make sure you're on HTML, and then just paste that code in there and then press update. And then when you do that, what will happen is you'll get a page in your footer appear, and when you go to Contact Us, it will give you a nice professional looking page where people can go to and they can fill out the form and click submit, and you'll get an email. So that's how you do the Contact Us, but you do need to make sure that you have the correct email within the site. So if you go down to your general settings, then your email will be here. Now for this example, I'm just going to leave my own personal email in here, but you can set up a different email address for your client site, or actually get their own email address and put it in there as well. Put it in there so any questions will be forwarded direct to the owner of the site, or the owner of the offline business. So we go back to install plugins. So that's the Contact Us form, the Contact Form 7. I'll make available all these plugins within a folder within the course, so don't worry, I'll give you access to all of these, and they're all free just apart from the Rank Tracker and the social sharing, but I've got a ShareBar plugin there which is free. Next one is the Sitemaps, Google XML Sitemaps, which is really simple. All you do, go down to XML sitemap for the first time, if this is the first time, and I just rebuild the sitemap manually, and then it says yeah, thank you, we've rebuilt it, and then update options. Really simple to do. That's that done. Next thing we do is the share bar. The share bar is really simple. Okay, you just come down here to the share bar and you can customize it. So what happens is, every time someone goes to a page on your site, they will have the opportunity or the option of sharing the content, as you can see here. Look, but you can customize the settings of this plugin when you go to share bar, so you can choose which pages you want the share bar to appear on and stuff like that. But for me, what I use is, back to plugins, I just use a different social plugin. It's very similar, but I just make it appear within my sidebar instead. So it's pretty much similar, but this is just a share. This is a social tool that I managed to get hold of quite a few months back, and I purchased a product and I got this for free, so I've been using this ever since. I'm not sure if you can actually buy this, perhaps do a Google search for it. I can't actually remember if you can actually purchase this one, but there's not really a lot of difference, to be honest. As long as you've got a social share tool on your site, that's fine. And the last one is the Rank Tracker. If we come to the Rank Tracker, make sure that's to instant. I mean, you can have daily or weekly or monthly, but I like to go on instant. Your email in there, which is important, and this is the most important one. Don't forget to do this. Depending where you are in the world, you know, if you're in New Zealand, if you're in Australia, the US, the UK, okay, it's important to be using the Google, which is going to be in your country, because remember, these are offline businesses. They're not going to be interested most of the time, unless they sell products worldwide. They are not going to be interested in getting traffic from worldwide. You know, they're not going to be interested in it at all. It's just not going to do them any good. So, and you're not interested in their ranking for other search engines. So if it's if you're in the UK and you've built a site, you've got a client for a company in the UK, then you're going to use the UK Google search engine. Makes sense, yeah? And that is it. You click Save Changes. And this is a good little tool, the Rank Tracker, because it gives you instant emails when people have found your site within Google. And that is pretty much it when it comes to plugins. Very simple, but this is pretty much all you need on your site. Now there is one more, but it's not actually a plugin. If you may have saw it in my pages, I've got a privacy policy here. Okay, now if we go back to home, this isn't an actual plugin though. What you need to do is go to this site here and go to serprank.com/privacy policy generator, and what this does is creates you a privacy policy for completely free, and then all you do is just paste that within your site. Dead simple. So we go to privacy policy, edit, and this is what happens. It creates you a privacy policy like this, and then you just click update. And the reason why I now use this site here is because at the time of making this video, all of the plugins that I've used previously for all of the privacy policies are out of date. So this is why I now use this site here. It's completely free and it creates you a nice big long privacy policy. So it keeps Google happy, and it's obviously good to have on your site as well. So that is it for video 4. Look out for video number 5, and in the next video we're going to go through how to lay out your site, the colors to use, and how to customize your entire theme. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Welcome to video number 5 in Offline Bullet Cache. In this video we're going to go through the site layout, the site skin, colors, and the customization of your entire theme. So what I'm going to do is build this site in front of you, Revolution Fitness. I'm going to customize this entire site right in front of you, and you can watch how I do it. And this is how I do all of my sites, the way that I'm now going to show you. So you can then watch this video back as many times as you need to in order to learn exactly how I customize all of my sites. Now also what I'm going to do is just play a little bit of background music for the rest of the video, because there's no need for me to actually talk you through everything. It's very simple steps. It's just a case of you watching how I do it, and then you can just copy and then use it on your own sites. So enjoy the rest of the video, and I will talk to you again soon. Okay, that is the site pretty much finished. As you can see, everything looks a lot more clean now and less congested. As you can see, I've taken the links off the bottom here and I've cleaned the sidebar up and just added some links in the nav bar here. So now we're ready to put our first article on the front page, which is going to be the home page. And I usually include some images as well, and sometimes I put videos and images in the sidebar, but I'll show you how to do all that in the next video. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and you can now see that it really is simple to build the site, and it's just a case of going through and customizing all of the settings in the admin panel. So I'll see you in video number 6. Welcome to video number 6 in Offline Bullet Cache. As you can see, the site is looking pretty good. I've recently uploaded an article to the homepage, which is the static homepage, and I've got a few images in there as well. So this homepage, or this article here, is always going to be on the homepage. This is the static homepage, so every time someone comes to this website, this is the article and the content that they're always going to see. So when you build your sites, make sure that you do this. Make sure that you designate an article which is going to be the introduction to the business, and it's always going to be on the homepage. I've also already got a couple of Facebook likes. I've got my navbar links But what happened was there was one that I forgot to include, and that was prices. So I included that. So I've now got prices, videos, contact us, opening times, gallery, and where are we. So I've got 6 different links there, and these are all completely relevant to this type of business. But depending what type of product or service that your offline client has depends on the type of nav links that you have in here. So just remember that. Now if we go down to the footer, in the footer I've got contact us, privacy policy, and need a website. Now need a website is optional. I will cover that in a different video, but this is something that you can add to get extra exposure and you can get more clients, but we will cover that in a different video. So this is pretty much the finished version. I can, or I will be adding some YouTube videos in the sidebar and some extra images, but for now this is pretty much the finished version. So as you can see, it does look pretty good. Once everything's been customized and you change colors and you change the layout and the fonts and all that, and you get a decent header uploaded, it really does start to look quite professional. And you can make some fantastic money by building simple sites like these, because offline clients love these sites. All of the offline clients that I've built sites for, they love them, and they are obviously for you, and you know, they are very simple to make, to build. As I've just shown you in the last few videos, they're really simple, so it doesn't have to be hard. So you don't need to worry about any code, any HTML, CSS, any of that, because this is just a WordPress platform, and as I've shown you, you just customize the theme, and it, you know, it looks something like this when it's all done. It does look very nice. Now before I end the video, let's just quickly cover some of these nav links. Some of these links here I don't have content on, but that doesn't matter at the minute, because I can always go back in and add content within those pages at a later date. The prices one here, I've got some content on there. There's content there, look. Videos, there's nothing on videos. Contact us is the plugin that we use, as I said to you about. Opening times, I've filled that out, so it's got some basic information there. Gallery, that could just be tons of pictures and videos and stuff that you've got, but that's empty at the minute. And where are we? What I do is go to Google Maps and find the business address on Google Maps and then link it to there, because some people do click on where are we and they do have a look to see exactly where the business is. So this is how I set all of my links up, and it works really well. And just lastly, as I said to you in one of the other videos, when you build your header, make sure that you've got your opening hours and your opening times and your contact number in the header. You don't always have to do this, but it's a good move to do it if you're going to be building sites for offline clients, because they're obviously trying to get more customers through the door. So by having a contact number direct on the header and the opening hours is going to be a big benefit to them. In the next video, we're going to cover the best businesses to approach for building websites. So I will see you in video number 7. Welcome to video number 7. This video we're going to go through the best types of offline businesses to approach for getting more clients. Now when it comes to building websites for offline clients, there's only certain types of businesses that I like to build websites for. In this video I'm going to go through the 15 different types of businesses that I like to build websites for, and these are basically my preferred types of offline businesses that I like to work with. Now saying that, I don't turn down any business. If anyone comes to me and they need a website for personal use, or they've got a business which I don't usually provide websites for, I will still build a website for them. But this list of 15 are just my preferred types of businesses that I like to approach myself. So number one is dog grooming services and dog grooming shops. This is a great one because you can get lots of referral business from these types of businesses. So dog grooming stores and shops, there's always going to be those type of services and stores around your local area because they're really popular. Number two, fishing tackle shops. Now fishing tackle is being sold all year round because obviously fishing is an all year round hobby. So if you've got any of those type of stores and shops in your area and businesses, then definitely approach them to build them a little website. Number three, fancy dress stores or joke shops. This is a fantastic one because if you can build some sites for these type of businesses, then it can make the site look really good because they've got a great product, and there's going to be a lot of different colors and different images and videos and stuff that you could add to the site, so you can make it look really professional. And obviously this is going to do your credibility a lot of good because when people come to the site, then a lot of people may want a similar website design, so that's obviously when you come in. Number four, clothing stores. So if you've got any local clothing stores in your area, this is always a good one. Number five, any bike shops. So any motorbike shops or basically any type of bicycles and stuff. So if you've got any of those type of stores in your local area, definitely approach them because this is a great product and this is a really hot niche. And again, this is like an all year round niche. So and when you build a website around this type of product, it can look really good and you can have plenty of videos and pictures and stuff on the site. Number six, general entertainment stores. So this just speaks for itself. So basically any type of store that offers any type of entertainment, then this is always great to build a website for. Number seven, salons. If you've got any salons in your local area, again this is a very popular niche, so there's always going to be salons in your area, so this is a good type of business to approach. Number eight, health food stores. This is a great one. If you can approach any type of health food stores in your local area and they haven't got a website, then there's a very good chance that you're going to be the person for the job, because health food stores, you can build some great sites, and everyone's always looking to improve their health, so this is a great niche to get into to build a website for. Number nine, adventure sports and hobbies. So as you saw, the karting site that I showed you is for one of my examples. That's like an example of like an adventure kind of a hobby or like a sport, so anything like that, and they're fantastic to build sites for, and it's going to be great. This is going to do your credibility a lot of good as well, because people are going to look at those type of sites, and if they want one themselves, then obviously you're going to be the person for the job. They're going to contact you. Self-employed builders, number 10. This is a great one. Self-employed builders, in order to get them more exposure in the local area, this is a great one. So if you've got any builders that you know, or pass some of your business cards around, then this is a great one to get in with, because a lot of builders know a lot of other builders. So if you can build one or two sites for some local builders and painters and stuff, then they could then refer you to their friends. Number 11, toy stores. This is a fantastic one, because when you build a website around toys, then there's going to be a ton of different images and videos that you could use for the sites. So you've got to start looking like this. You've got to start thinking about potentially how good the site can be, and this is why I like to build sites around fun kind of like products like toys and stuff, because you can build some fantastic sites. Number 12, gaming stores. This is a great one. Again, you can have lots of videos in the sidebars and images and stuff, so gaming stores are good. Number 13, florists. Florists are one of my favourite ones, because every florist needs a website. It's a very, very lucrative industry. So if you've got any florists in your local area that don't have websites, then definitely approach them and tell them what you can do, and build them a little site, because a nice florist website is going to look great in your portfolio. Number 14, gyms and fitness centers. As I showed you one of my examples, I built the site and that was a gym. So these are great for building sites for, and again, after you've built them a site, you can easily, well, I mean, if you ask them, then you can leave your business card within the gym. So if anybody else wants a website, and obviously gyms, most gyms get a lot of customers, so you can leave your flyers or your business cards within the gym as well. So this is like a great benefit of building a website for a gym, because you get a bit more free advertisement up there afterwards. And number 15, any unique type of products. So this goes for a lot of different things, but any type of product that you don't usually come across very easily, then this is a great product to build a site around, because it's going to be new, unique, and it's not going to have been seen that much. So any unique type of product, and those are my 15 best types of businesses that I like to approach when building websites for. As I said, I like to try and only work with businesses that have got quite a good, fun product, so that when you build a site, it looks good, it looks fun, colourful, and all that. But saying that, if anybody does approach you, and their product that they're trying to sell doesn't sound that interesting, then don't sort of send them away. You can still take the business and still build them a site by all means, but these 15 are just my preferred sites that I like to work with. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in video number 8. Welcome to video number 8 in Offline Bullet Cash. And this is going to be the last video in the video course. So this is going to be a bonus video, and I'm going to give you 5 bonus tips that's going to help you when it comes to building your sites for offline clients. Now, the first tip is to do with domain names. Whenever you build a new site for an offline client, you obviously need a domain name to build a site on. So what I usually do, I usually speak to the client and get them to write down 3 different domain names in order of preference. So number 1 is their first choice, number 2 their second choice, and number 3 their third choice. So if number 1 isn't available, then they get number 2. But usually number 1 is nearly always available. So that's how I get them to choose a domain name for the website. Tip number 2, where to get your headers designed. Now there's 2 different places that I recommend for you to go. The first place is Warriors for Hire. You can get some great deals on the Warrior forum, and there's people in there all the time offering different services, and it's fairly cheap. So you can either go in there or go to Fiverr, and Fiverr is only going to cost you $5 for a header, and there's a lot of different designers in Fiverr, and the headers that they make look really, really good. So I mean, I've used Fiverr in the past for quite a few different gigs, and I've picked up some fantastic deals. So there's some great designers hanging around in Fiverr, so just have a look through, and I usually go for the ones that are top rated, so usually you can't go too far wrong with those. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is to do with your viral links on the sites that you build. If we scroll down to this site that I've built, you'll see there's a link here near the website. But what I usually do, every site that I build, I create a new page saying near the website. So the more sites you build for people, then the more links you're going to have out there, and you're going to get more eyeballs coming to this page. So imagine if you had 50 or 100 sites out there, all with your link on. This is how you generate tons more referral business. Okay, and obviously the more traffic that each site gets, then the more people are going to end up just coming to this page, And some people might be like, yeah, I'll give this guy an email, see if he can get me a site done. So this is how you get more business. Now this is my personal email address on this one, for this example, but I don't usually put my normal personal email address there. I usually create a free email address within the site. So I go into my hosting account and create a completely free email address. So that'll look something like admin at revolutionfitnessgy.co.uk, and then I usually forward all of the emails I get to that address to my personal email address, and that's what I usually do. So I don't usually advertise this personal email address. So that's how you can generate tons more business by using this link, by just putting like a link on the site. Obviously make sure that your offline clients don't mind, but I just usually include the link, and if they don't want me to advertise on their site, then I just usually take it off. But so far I've had no problems at all. They're all quite happy with me doing it. It's only like a small link at the bottom of the page, so it doesn't really interfere with anything else. That's the viral links. The next one is to do with the hosting on your site. Now what happens is I usually offer 6 months free hosting to all of my offline clients. So after 6 months you've then got a choice. Now one of the things that you can do is sign them up to a hosting account. Now if we go to HostGator, this is who I'm with, they've got an affiliate program. Now I know not everyone watching this video is going to be with the same hosting provider, and that's fair enough. I'm with HostGator, but this is just like an example. They give you between 1 to 5 per month sign-ups. They give you $50 per sign-up, so it's fairly good commission. And so after 6 months, you could then sign your offline client up so that they've got their own hosting account, and then you obviously make extra commissions. So this is a fantastic way to make online commissions with your offline clients, and obviously the more clients you have offline, the more money you'll make. And I usually give them 6 months free hosting, and then after 6 months you can then sign them up to their own hosting account. And the next one, tip number 5, is what actually is included in the $159 that you'll charge them. Now if you're in the US or you work mainly in US dollars, then I would recommend a good price to start at to charge your local clients for a website. It's $159, and as you saw in the video series, you can make one of these sites within about an hour. I can actually do it in around 51 minutes, as I said, sometimes a bit faster. So it doesn't take long, and 159 bucks is some good income for just providing a basic website to an offline company. Because as I said, this is just how you get your foot in the door. This isn't going to be where you earn most of your income. This is just going to be some initial income. This is just to get you in the door, so that they're going to be a customer of yours. And then if they need any additional services, then you're going to be the person that they're going to come and speak to. So $159 is what I would recommend to charge. If you're in the UK, then £99 is equivalent to about 159 bucks. And within that $159, I usually include the domain name, 6 months free hosting, and a customized header, and you obviously build the site. So you will have to pay the domain name out of the 159 bucks and the customized header, but the domain name is usually around $7 to $10, and the header is $5, so that's $15, you know, and so it's absolutely nothing to worry about. And you don't pay for any hosting because you put them on your hosting account. So that's what they get for the $159. They get domain name, 6 months free hosting, and a customized header and a customized site, as I've showed you exactly how to do. So you should now be able to go out there and build the site really quickly, exactly how I do it, and you've got all the tools available for you to do that as well. So those are the 5 tips, and I want to thank you very much for buying Offline Bullet Cash. I hope you've enjoyed all of the information that I've given you throughout the videos, and it is really powerful stuff because you now have the skills and you now know exactly how to build fantastic looking sites for offline companies and offline businesses and make some great money in the process. Remember, this is just the start. The website is just the start of you making the money with the offline client. This is just the basic service that you provide. There's lots of other services that I provide as well, but this is the first one, and this is the one that you need to provide just to get your foot in the door, and then that's when you can start to charge them a lot more money for additional services further down the road. So thank you very much for buying the course. I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.